And we're live here, starting our first debate with Brother Talk. I'm Tony Crawford, this is my brother Rodney Johnson. And we're here basically just to give our opinion on our perspective on sports. We see a lot of people on TV and they offer their opinions. They never played the game. They don't know anything about the game. They just get paid to say whatever that comes to their mind. But I will tell you this will be raw, it will be uncut, and we'll try to keep it clean as possible.
It's possible. That was the key word. That was the key word. Yeah, shout out to everybody tuning in. Ready to get it on with my bruh. And first things first, let me give a shout out to the one team that got 6 Super Bowls. He knew I would have to start with that. You know, a wave with my towel, that'll help. You know, I'm sure he likes to see that. You know, he picked the right state, but the wrong city. But anyway, that'll be another topic. Definitely will be another topic. So stay tuned for that.
And the problem is with him, he live in the past. It's time for him to find a quarterback. He might need to find another
past. What do you mean?
Yeah, you live in the past.
The past.
If I'm not mistaken,
we didn't win it last year.
No. If I'm not mistaken, the Battle of Pennsylvania, who won it this past season? No. Just answer the question. Yes or no?
Well, you getting into that?
Oh, yes or no?
The Eagles won it.
Okay.
The Eagles won it. The Eagles won that battle. The Eagles won that battle. But who winning the war? Who winning the war?
Hey,
that's the question. Who's winning the war between?
You're only good as your last game.
That's what we're gonna have to say that topic because we can go there. We can go there all day with Pittsburgh and Philly. We can go there all day, which I have no problem going there.
I'll go there
because hey. Dude, I got a lot to talk about and a lot to brag about.
I'm gonna tell you this, I'm in North Carolina, but you come to Maryland, okay. I can put jerseys.
Well, you know what?
Hey, you come to Maryland, and I'll set it up for you. I'll put you down in my man's cave, and we'll go from there.
Are you gonna let me bring my stuff in the house?
Hell no.
What do you mean?
I wasn't there.
This is a show.
I wasn't there.
Hey, listen. For the sake of the show, I would have let you bring your Philly stuff in here and hang it over there.
For the sake
of the show.
It doesn't change. Whenever you used to come to my house when you was a Laker fan, it was not speaking of one individual. You had to call him by what?
Hey,
what you had to call him?
Gunsmoke.
Okay.
Hey, look. Speaking of basketball, real quick, with when you brought up the Lakers, I'm gonna tell you what's going on with me and the Lakers right now. You know what? I never been married, but I feel like I'm separated right now. You know what I mean? I'm torn right now. I feel like, you know how you got the divorce papers are written out. They're written out, but ain't nobody signed them yet. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm trying this thing with our Charlotte Hornets here in Charlotte. You know, I'm trying to be a homer. At least one time, because you know we grew up in this area. So when we was growing up, we didn't have our sports franchises, so we got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? We have an excuse to be Steelers fans and Eagles fans and Lakers fans or what have it. But this is the thing: is it's like I'm so torn right now because of the long marriage that I had with these Lakers, and it's just like it's just like it's not a nasty divorce or separation, but it's just like we're trying to get over each other. It just seems like we're trying to get over each other.
You've been trying to get over them since 2009.
When I said when Shaq and Kobe was done, that's what I said.
Yeah, and then Eric got drafted, and then you was like, I'm not a Laker fan no more.
Because I followed Eric. I followed our brother.
The truth comes out. I used to tell you deep down inside you was a Laker. Like, that's sick how you love the Lakers that much. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Like, the Lakers done had their run. I don't know if they're gonna get back to the glory days or not.
Well, you know what? That's almost like I said. I'm finished. It's not really my concern no more. I want Mike to turn it around here for the hometown, so I
think they're gonna be all right.
You know, it's not easy, and this the first time I ever had to leave. That's the first time I ever divorced the team, and it's new to me. It's new, bro. I'm a work in progress. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm still following my brother's professional career,
I feel
and that's who I'm rooting for right now.
And you straddling the fence between the Lakers and the Hornets.
All right. I take that. We separated. We separated.
All right, this is what we got. Our first topic, we're going to talk about the MVP race. The MVP race in the National Basketball Association.
Yeah.
And I'll let you go first.
Okay, MVP race this year. It's been one of the more exciting MVP races to watch as one in a lot of years. I would say that, you know what I'm saying, where it's not as definitive or close cut as everybody would think. But my thing is this. I'll start out by saying I got Russ edging him out. But, and this is my thing, it's hard to say a but when I'm giving him the edge.
I'm listening.
But this is the but, because right now it's I would have it as a two-man race with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. But my thing is this with everybody is so quick to say that it's over. It's not. It's just that everyone feels like it's so decisive, and I'm not there. I have a feeling, Tony, and it's like this right here. I can't get the feeling out because I'm saying that Russ is edging him out, but I have a hard time at the end of the day telling James Harden that he did not do enough when I have the numbers right here. James Harden had 29 points, 11 assists, and 8.5 rebounds. Now, if we watched the game and somebody said, Rodney, Tony had 29, 11, and 8, or they told me, they'd be like, Tony had a triple-double, boy. That's basically a triple-double. 29, 11, and 8. And I have to tell this young man, you did not do enough to win the MVP. With those type of numbers, then he took his team to the number 3 seed. The number 3 seed in the Western Conference, in the highly contested Western Conference, I must add. A highly contested Western Conference. This guy had 29, 11, and 8. So basically he averaged a triple-double. Basically, not technically, he didn't. You know, we realists and we ball players, and if you did 29, 11, and 8, Tony had a triple-double. They didn't have a triple-double the other night. You know what I mean? So this is my thing. With a player averaging 29, 11, and 8 and having his team all the way up to the number 3 seed, it's hard for me. And I don't know why I got this feeling. I know we got a little sentiment towards both of these guys in this race with James and Russ. We like both of them as young men, and you know what I'm saying, we got a chance to know them both, so that could be a little bit, but I feel the same about both of them. So I don't know why I got this feeling, but it won't go away. And I'm going to tell you, before you get started, I will not be surprised. I won't be surprised at all if this is the first time in NBA history that we have a co-MVP, bro. That we have a co-MVP. It has never happened in NBA history. But guess what? We done seen quite a few things happen for the first time here in this NBA history in the last 10 years. We can go down the line with a few players doing some first and some first and some first. So I got Russ edging them out. I'm not going. I can't deny it. If I had to make my vote, if I had a vote and I had to pick, I would have to give Russell Westbrook the edge. But I'm gonna tell you, Tony, it is not as clear cut as everyone thinks it is, because I'm gonna tell you, James Harden, his starting 5 was Nene, Trevor Ariza, Patrick Beverly, and Ryan Anderson. Okay, this guy, did you just hear the lineup I said? That's his starting 5.
Okay.
Now, we go to this guy, we go to his others. We have Troy Williams. You know who Troy Williams is? Okay. Isaiah Taylor.
I know him because I watch basketball.
Okay. Bobby Brown.
I know him.
I ain't talking about Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown. I am not talking about Whitney. I'm not talking about with the Houston Bobby Brown. The Houston Rockets have a guy on their team named Bobby Brown. And to my point, James Harden has this team with names that unless you basketball guys like us, you won't know any of these names. And this is what he has in the number 3 seed and in a race to compete for an NBA championship. So how can I tell this guy with the season that he had, Tony, that he didn't do enough? And we remember now, James Harden was runner-up. Was he runner-up last year in the MVP race?
It was last year or year before last.
Last year, the year before last, this man was in the MVP race, right? Mm-hmm. So, you telling me that, listen, that I tell this guy that follow up a season like he just had the year before, and he followed up with better numbers, get his team in a better position, you didn't do enough. So, with that said, I'm gonna hand it over to you. But this is what I'm thinking, and this is what my gut is telling me. I won't be surprised if it's co-MVP, and everybody you heard it here. For everybody that think Russ got it in the bag, he got my vote, but it's not in the bag. It is not in the bag by far.
Okay, so now we live in a world where, you know, we got to be soft now instead of keeping it real with everybody, because it's been several MVP races where there could have been co-MVPs. Several. And it's just unfortunate that sometimes somebody does something a little bit more than the other. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I say my pick for MVP. And my pick for MVP is Russell Westbrook. Simply because it's called most valuable player. Not most valuable team, none of that stuff. Like, you can take any MVP candidate that you have, whether it's LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden. And James Harden, they really have proved my point over the last series and this last game. Because with the people that you named out on James's team, they have built leads and taken control of games without him being in the basketball game. Hold up.
What they get
wait a minute. And if I'm not mistaken, those assists that he get, them guys knock it, because they led the league in attempts and makes in threes, right? So don't think those guys are any slouches. Versus, wait a minute. You gave me starting 5.
I gave him starting 5 in practice.
Okay. All right. They're not a bad squad. Like, a lot of those guys are guys that you can fit in any system. And I feel like James has benefited from D'Antoni's system. Whereas you have Russell Westbrook. Can you name his starting 5?
I can name him.
You can name him, but a lot of people can't. All right, we're going to use Steven Adams.
This is comparable as the first 5 I named for James Harden. It's very comparable.
So you're telling me that James Harden starting 5 doesn't it compares to Russell Westbrook? All I'm gonna say is Andre Robertson. Anybody on the Houston starting 5, you say is comparable to him.
He's a better defender.
I didn't say. Listen, I'm talking about offensively and defensively.
Yes.
Who?
Not offensively and defensively.
Okay, then. So that's my point.
So
wait a minute. And if I'm not mistaken, in order to make that many threes and take that many threes, you got to shoot a very decent percentage. Russell Westbrook team was the worst shooting team, if not the worst, one of the bottom 5 in the NBA in shooting. So this guy had to go out every night and play like he's never going to play basketball again. He had to play damn near 40 minutes a game. And the time that, wait a minute. In the time that he's out of the game, what happens?
I mean,
no, what happens?
The time they lose the league.
They lose the league because
they drop off. They drop off
big time. So my issue with that is you can take a lot of these players away from teams, and their team will be formidable. You can say LeBron James, he got 2 other All-Stars that play with him.
Depending on what you call formidable.
No, but in East with LeBron James, you mean to tell me you can take LeBron James away, you don't think Kyrie Irving can hold his own in the East with Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, Darren Williams, Richard Jefferson, all those guys, you know, that
Maybe a 6 seed. Maybe a 6 or a 7 seed.
in the East?
Because they're that mentally weak.
In the East?
That team that mentally weak without LeBron James.
You are sick right now. That's what you are.
No,
you are. Wait a minute.
that
Wait a
team,
minute. Wait a minute. You are
is
sick.
mentally weak.
You are
They're
sick.
mentally weak and they don't got no toughness without.
I'm not even going.
That's
I'm
okay.
not even going
I
to
ain't
say
gonna cut you off.
Okay.
You can finish with your James Harden.
You got Kawhi Leonard, which I think he's the best two-way player in the NBA.
I wouldn't know. That's all the argument.
But my thing with that is you got the best coach sitting on the end of the bench, and it's proven that he can take 2 or 3 of his best players, send their ass to the house, and what do?
They still win.
They still win.
They system wins.
So they system win. They system wins.
Greg Popovich system wins.
Greg Popovich. But wait a minute.
Don't start putting no Mike D'Antoni system as no Greg Popovich system.
That's not my comparison.
Okay.
But I will say this. When Mike D'Antoni is coaching, it's been proven that he has MVP. Steve Nash, for an example.
Yeah, he got one of them. He got 2 of them.
And
One that he shouldn't have got.
He shouldn't have got because Shaq should have got it. All right?
And
that's hard for me to say that. But then he got Amari Stoudemire a $100 million contract.
Ah, man. I think, who was Amari agent?
No. D'Antoni got him. No, he's not. But I would tell you this: Russell Westbrook is the MVP because you take care of Oklahoma City. They would have been sitting at that table looking at the ping pong balls, hoping they'd been the #1 pick. All right, you got to take what this guy had to deal with this year. Kevin Durant left. I don't like the way he left, but Russell Westbrook said, "These are the damn guys that I have. This is what I have to do." Hey, and when he was on the court, did he or did he not make those guys better? When you say valuable, he's more valuable to his team than any other player. Not taking nothing away from James Harden, because James Harden, hey, if Russell Westbrook didn't have the season he had, I would say hands down James Harden the MVP. But this guy averaged double digits in assists with Joker shooting about 35% from the field. As a team.
But you know, once again, we're not going to brag on it, people, but we are basketball and we are sports people. This is the thing about that. He did it with people that were shooting. He did it with people that were shooting 35%, right? I mean, but are they all?
I agree with you about an NBA player, but what I'm telling you is, with the team that James Harden had, it's a whole lot better than the team that Russell Westbrook had.
That's what I argue. Because I don't feel the same way. Because James, James off that team. They not in the lottery?
No, I think they make the playoffs.
What they gonna make the playoffs in? What you got? What seed?
Probably 7 or 8. You mean tell me they couldn't beat Portland?
I don't know what them.
Okay.
I just call out some of the national games on the team. So how they gonna get?
But that's disrespectful to them players because them boys have put up all year long. When James goes that bit, James can get plenty of rest.
You want me to tell you why?
He got formidable guys that's on that team that can hold their own.
His starting 5 can hold his own, and Lou Williams and Gordon. That's it. That's it.
I forgot about Lou Williams. You just called him out. You didn't call him out just a minute ago.
Well, you know
that's disrespectful to Lou Williams because this son of a gun could easily be the 6th man of the year.
He might be the 6th man of the year.
He might be the 6th man. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Oklahoma City had that team.
Who was their 6th man?
Who they 6th man? See, and that's what people feel.
Who was their 6th man?
They was expecting Kevin Durant to sign back, and they were going to use Victor Oladipo as their 6th man. But that little wrinkle with KD came in, so guess what? They had to go with the flow. They tried to make some trades to get Taj Gibson and Josh McDermott.
Real quick. With the season that Russ had, and you bring up the point of his team dropping off dramatically when he go out the game and
Yeah.
losing leads. Real quick, do you think Russell could have did a better job of pacing himself? Being that he you probably can look it up real quick, Tony. What Russell did about 40 minutes a game, 42 minutes a game, 42 minutes a game.
It was somewhere along there.
So
You
I mean,
could he pace himself?
could he have paced himself better? I mean, we know Russ Motor.
I know Russ Motor, but I don't think he could have. Simply because the times where if he felt like he could have paced, and see, you can pace whenever you got somebody else that you know gonna pick up the slack, and that's the difference. See, people don't know. Like a lot of people don't think basketball. They don't know basketball. I done played on teams where.
Because if you ain't got what you talking about, ain't no use to pacing yourself.
Because you got to go out there and play 100 miles an hour.
Because by the time you turn it on,
yeah,
it could be too late.
And in this situation, we agree, and I don't think that Russ has it locked up. Because you never know who's voting and what they're thinking about.
Especially in this media day and time, how we talk about it, you know. And we cannot leave it out as much as we like him. We can't leave out his asshole reputation.
Yeah.
We can't leave that out because we don't know how that rubs some of these voters wrong.
It rubbed the wrong way.
We can get into another sport with T.O. About how these guys or these voters, just like you said earlier, ain't never played the game. Ain't no jump rope in gym class.
But I'll tell you this. We need more like Russell Westbrook. Maybe the NBA will be a whole lot better because we'll have a little bit more competitiveness. Instead of having
you like Chuck, you don't like all the hugging and
no sir
and the dabbing that's going on, bro.
I don't like it at all. I don't like all the hugging, and once I play against you, you my homeboy. I'm gonna take it easy on you. I might not guard you this play. You might not guard me that play. This is the way I feel. I don't care if it's you, any of my brothers and sisters, my daddy. I don't care if it's my mama we playing on the basketball court. She step on the basketball court, it is fair game. And I'm not going to take any leeway on anybody. And these guys, they want to team up with each other. My thing is, if you say you're the best, I'm trying to prove you wrong. Because I'm going to show you that I'm the best. And at least for that night or whenever, I'm going to be better than what you are.
We didn't see that dude take no prisoners, man.
None whatsoever.
And see, the reason I think I have him, I know I got him, if I had to vote, I got Russ edging out James. But it's only because you seen me play growing up and you played with me. So you know my motto, you know what I'm saying, when I play sports.
Yeah.
So it's just like I always had that affinity for Russ and his passion and his, you know what I'm saying, his overall motive.
Yeah.
I love it. He my type. He who I want to go to battle. I want to go to battle with Russ.
I'll go to battle with Russ.
I want to go to battle with Russ.
Any day.
As y'all can see, we got a special guest in the house. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, so next topic. We're gonna put a little time on this right here, but I think we agree to this. We agree to that, but at some point, I think like some of our.
And it was only with me. The reason I had was able to even make an argument about it is because you know how you get the gut feeling. And it's just like I got a gut feeling about this race, and it's just like...
And it probably will happen simply because nobody wants to man up and tell somebody that...
You know what? Because what I do at the end of the day, I still got Russ edging them out, even though it makes me feel a little funny telling James.
Yeah. But see, I don't have a problem with telling him. I tell him,
you just feel like the other guy was better.
Yeah,
it's his award.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
All right. So next thing we're gonna go to college basketball one and done.
Okay.
And so I'll start that one out.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while, you know. Now, so you know.
College basketball one and done. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah.
I think it's bad for the sport. I think it's bad for the players. And here's my reason why. My brother had the opportunity to probably leave college a year or two early. And me and him had this conversation. And I feel like when you got a 17, 18-year-old that you tell they can go to college 1 year, and then they can go to the NBA. If you could have left, if you can go 1 year to college, you could have left right after high school. But I don't feel like they're mentally ready for the NBA, nor physically. It's different breeds. Like LeBron James came in out of high school. He was built totally different than a lot of these guys. It's rare occasion. You can use Kobe Bryant.
Very rare.
It took Kobe a year
Because of the physical.
because of the physical.
Yeah, it wasn't nowhere near
yeah,
ready.
It wasn't ready. And then it also helped out that he went to the
You
Lakers.
should go back to Garnett.
Yeah, Garnett too.
As Garnett
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
That body still had a lot of, you know.
And my thing is, whenever you tell a guy, hey, you're going to be the number one pick, you're going to make $7-8 million a year.
Jim, go with them watch she get caught.
You're going to make $7-8 million a year. When you make that $7-8 million a year, man, most of these guys come from the dirt. And you give them $7-8 million a year, what's going to eventually happen? And let's say, for instance, you get some of them, because I've seen it happen, that
Man, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Forget basketball.
I'm gonna forget,
$8
I got $8 million, I'm going to get that guaranteed for 3 years.
Yes.
And then the fourth year is my option.
Okay.
And if I don't improve, I'm going to blow that money. I can't go back to college and play no more because all my college eligibility gone. And you got that little money. You think they're going back to school? It's one thing I will say. You can get that piece of paper. I feel like football is a better brand than basketball because football makes those guys stay 3-4 years. It's a
Well,
requirement.
we know they wouldn't be able to put. I mean,
They wouldn't be-
it's not even, that's,
but the reason why I say that and I bring football into it because they know these guys need to be physically and mentally ready to play. In basketball, they draft you off upside. And let's say you done reached your full potential, then you get there and they're calling you a bust.
well, what about I mean, the baseball players don't have to. They can come right out. They
Well,
can,
but
don't
see,
have to
it-
say
but-
baseball and basketball.
But
Because
baseball, but the difference between baseball and everybody else, baseball got a farm league and they got a legit farm league. You know, baseball can draft you and they still give you that option to go to school or do whatever else you want to pursue. They own their rights to you. You can come back and play for them. And if you're not good enough, they can put you down into the triple A's.
great
the
point.
double A's.
Great point with the farm system because the NFL got a farm system too. They call it college football.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They call it college
But
football.
the thing about the NFL, they use college football 1, 2, 3 years. Some of them stay 4, so that helps out a lot. But then you got a lot of guys like, let's say a Nick Saban in football. He teaching them guys how to be young men. Whereas in basketball, you get a Calipari, he gonna get you, try to get his 30 wins and national championship, then shift your ass somewhere or another else, and he don't give a shit about you. That's my issue with basketball and the difference between football. I feel like instead of saying one and done, you need to take these guys and say, look, we're going to make y'all either go 3 years. I think you should make them graduate because it make them better men. All right? Because at 19, 18, you go into the NBA, it's a lot of money. You graduate from college, you 21, 22. You probably done took an economics class or, you know, some type of class to help you out to know how to manage money and all that good stuff. And then there's one key thing. You get that piece of paper on the wall, nobody can ever take that away from you.
I agree with you, bro. But I wrote down 2 things while you was making your point.
Okay.
The first one is capitalism, and the second one is the NCAA.
And I agree with you on both of those.
And you know what? This is my thing. The NCAA, that's what makes me. I'm so taken back by them. And what you talking about is making the kids better men. That's what you talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think the NCAA have any interest in that?
Oh no,
With the rules that they have, the NCAA is forcing these kids' hand. They forcing these kids' hand. Like you said, they're not physically ready, they're not mentally ready. But guess what? You're gonna be the number 5 pick.
Yeah, I mean, I
You're
agree
gonna
with
be
you.
the number 3 pick.
Listen, if somebody told me that I'm gonna be the number 1 pick,
You
shit, I'm
cannot-
going to.
you cannot.
It's hard to turn it back. So that's what I'm saying. At some point in time, the NCAA and the NBA got to come together because I feel like the NCAA is the biggest pimps in the world.
That's my whole. That's why I would not back the NCAA and ask these kids to further making them super, you know, they the biggest entity, you know what I'm saying, with college sports and football and NCAA basketball, the tournament, the 64.
Yeah, they right.
I don't want these kids to help somebody that don't care about helping you.
Yeah.
You know why? Because these kids, guess what? Like you said, some of them, I mean, we prime example where we come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, anybody want to dig it up and see where we come from?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so and you put this kids in a position that they could take care of their families. That's the capitalism part to me, because at 18, I can go over and fight for my country. When I turn 18, I'm able to go be a soldier. I'm able to go get a job in any other marketplace.
I agree with you on that.
These guys are not going. Tony, what was the kid name? What was his name? Year two ago, the LSU kid, Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
He told the people, "What? Go to class for what?"
Oh yeah, I already know that. But
So
see,
why even make them? Why even do the 1 year? I don't even like that they brought the 1 year back. Tony, I don't want a high school player. It's on. We look. We can name right now the 5 that we've been able to witness and see with our own eyes. The 5, even if it is 5 that was ready straight out of high school. So just like you said, if a freshman ain't ready neither. If you ready for the freshman, you were ready coming out of high school.
You were.
What we got that was ready? LeBron James, KG. If you know, I mean, cause them boys came up. KG and Kobe came up when they was, you know, the NBA still was.
It was a different
It was a different NBA.
Different NBA, yeah.
You know, than today.
Yeah.
But we know these guys are not ready. We totally understand that. They not ready physically, they not ready mentally. But there's no way that I can say, you know what? Don't go make a living at what you pretty much is going. You gonna be a basketball player.
Okay, this is my issue with that. I understand you saying about people coming and they've been able to take care of their families. They can if they wanted to, they can go to the military, fight for the country. They can go up the street and get a job at Walmart or wherever else. But this is my issue with everything.
So
Does Walmart and the military, does it pay like the NBA?
definitely not.
So that's my issue.
Definitely not.
Because see, people don't realize.
So you think they're paying them? You think they're paying the young guys too much?
And I ain't gonna say, because I think they deserve their money.
We have to come up with something better than just being like, oh, y'all gotta stay.
Because
Tony,
because
how many years, the last couple of years, the number 1 pick, are they even playing? Cause I mean,
that's my
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, y'all old squad. Look.
That ain't my old squad.
Oh, that's D-Man old squad.
Yeah.
Old squad. We'll get into your old squad later.
Yeah.
We will get into your old squad later.
But
listen, have the number 1 pick played in the last 3 years? Noel wasn't the number 1 pick. He got hurt, top pick. Ben Simmons got hurt. The kid Joel Embiid get hurt.
Yeah.
So listen, you want me to go back to school? You want me to go back to school and risk 3 more years?
No, but
possibly get.
No, but this is my
Because
issue.
we know what's gonna happen if I get hurt, don't we?
I know what's going
We
to
know
happen.
that, don't we?
But this is my issue right here. This is my issue. If you take somebody who hasn't had anything, family ain't had nothing, mama living off food stamps, daddy somewhere or another else. Most of these kids come out in single parents, or some AAU coach trying to take care of him because he know, hey, if he get $1 or $2, I'm gonna get me a couple. So, and you take an 18-year-old and you give him $10 million a year. What you think gonna happen at 10? He gonna blow it doing crazy stuff. He gonna go buy some crazy stuff. Then he gonna try to look out for his mama who struggled to take care of him. And then you got everybody else. You got cousins from over here, friends from over there, somebody you went to kindergarten with that you ain't seen in 20 years. And guess what? Only thing you can tell, guess what most of them gonna say? Guess what? 95% of them are gonna say.
Let me hold something.
Yeah. And then guess what? And what is that player gonna do?
Gonna look out.
They gonna look
Tony,
out.
That's where it goes back to what I wrote down. The NCAA, and now we bring the NBA into it too. you have to put you gotta put somebody, you gotta do, they have to do a better job. They have to do a better job of making sure that these young men are being raised into responsible adult men. And that's not, and that's where the problem lies, because guess what? If you ain't never had nothing, and your people ain't never had nothing, and you get an opportunity to put them in a better situation, you should be able to do that in a responsible way. But if you haven't been learned or trained, just like you said, you ain't never had no money. Your people ain't never had no money. Then who know what to do with the money?
Well,
so they have to do a better job in the NCAA, which is my whole. Hey, that's a bad organization. That's
I think it's very bad.
The NCAA and the NBA, they have to do a better job, and that's where it starts, because they don't want to give out the $10 million.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the NBA they do
That's
try.
learning how to spend it.
The NBA do try. Cause I never forget during the draft process, Eric was gone, and I used to try to reach out to him, and I couldn't never get in contact with him. And whenever he finally hit me up, it was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, "Well, you all right? I was checking on you, make sure everything was good. I needed to find out some stuff." And he'd be like, "Man, we've been in training." So they try to, and then they do it periodically throughout the year.
No, we seen all the packets. We seen all the packets.
So, but my thing is, I think they doing their due justice by doing that. But it's only so much you can do once you give them that money, because they grown ass men then. Well, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, NCAA make a lot of money off of you guys. Make a lot of money. This is what you do. Start giving these guys a little bit of money. Instead of saying, "Oh, you got a 4-year scholarship." But you got a 4-year scholarship. But look, when you walk out of your dorm room, if you want to go get you something to eat from McDonald's, you can't get nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's my issue.
Yeah.
I feel like NCAA got to do a better job. But I think them and the NBA have to come together, because in the long run, in the long run, yeah, the NCAA money, they make money off them. But in the long run, these guys can make all that money, and then we'll see a 30 for 30 on about being broke.
Sure.
That's my issue.
Yeah. But yeah. So
Let him finish it.
get ready to wrap it up. One other topic that I would like to bring up with you is we just talked about and we'll finish it off, but we just talked about the MVP race with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, with both of us agreeing that we got Russ edging James out. Well, I have him edging him out. I don't know how Coach you have the race, but
Yeah, I got to mention them out.
but I just wanted to bring one thing up, man. Are we forgetting about the King? I mean, are we just gonna totally dismiss the King? And you can look at me like that all you want. You can look at me like that all you want, but I just asked a simple question: are we dismissing the King? Because this is what I came up with when
And do me a favor, don't throw stats at me.
Hey, listen, it's not about stats.
Because
It's
guess
not
what?
about stats.
Because I'm
Just let me-
going to answer your
just let
question
me get
before
to
you
the-
go there. I'm going to answer your question. I'm not dismissing them. It's just 2 other guys are having a better season than he's had.
Okay, all right,
Yes, sir.
all right. So I'm just with that saying, because I did ask you, did you dismiss him or did I dismiss him? Because this year he only did 26, 9, and 9 himself, which is technically what we would really call it.
You would call it a triple double. It's not a damn triple double.
It's not a triple double. It's not.
Because them other 2 are not doubles.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. But 26, 9, and 9, we'll say. Okay? And matter of fact, since you don't want me giving them nothing, it was 26, 8.6, and 8.7. So you want me to leave it at 8.6, 8.7?
Yeah.
Don't round it off.
You can round it off because it's point. It's round off.
It's on you.
Okay. I mean,
14 seasons. And which is why I asked you earlier, was Russell Westbrook pacing himself wisely? 77 games, 44 minutes a game, 26, 8, and 8, and has his team on the verge of a 7th consecutive NBA Finals. Once again, it's going to be another first. If he reaches the finals, it'll be another first.
I'm glad you brought it up because that's where my last topic come up at.
Wait, okay, so We got this guy on the verge of, like I said, 14 seasons, 44 minutes a game, 26, 8 and 8, and he has his team on the verge of a NBA Finals for the record-setting 7th time. Are we dismissing LeBron James?
No, we're not dismissing.
Okay.
It's just sometimes. And like I brought up to you a while ago, we discussed.
Cause this is okay. If Russ and James are not having their type of season, do you give it to LeBron and Kawhi?
Yeah, one of those two.
One of those two.
Yeah, because
I got LeBron. I got LeBron. If I ain't giving it to James and Russ, I got LeBron then Kawhi.
This is mine. I have Russ first, James second, Kawhi third, LeBron fourth.
I figured you would have Kawhi in front of LeBron James, but I mean that's probably just a little personal jab
It's not a
that you
personal
throw at
jab.
the king.
But
you know.
you call him the king, but like I get tired.
I don't call him. That's his name.
I get
The
tired.
man, they call him the king.
Okay.
And what Shannon Sharp called him the king.
The king. well, that's why I can. It's debatable. It's debatable. But my thing is, it's been other times, and I use the '90 NBA MVP. You had Magic first, Barkley second, Jordan third, and if I'm not mistaken, I'll look it up and I'll tell you real quick, and I can tell you some stats real
You
quick.
might have been. I think you told me
I told you
Pat
what it
Ewing
was.
and
Pat Ewing, they
Stockton.
had Olajuwon. Stockton averaged a double-double in a season. He averaged almost 17 assists a game that year.
Yeah.
And so, like, my thing is, it's happened before. It's just, I think we're making a big deal about it because that's the type of era that we live in.
Yeah.
That's the era we live in now.
Yeah.
And Magic Johnson won the MVP playing 79 games. He played 37 minutes, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 11 and a half assists. And his team finished 63 and 19. All right? Barkley finished second with 25 and 3.
Stats, man. I'm trying to.
And he was 53 and 29.
Barkley had what?
He had 25 points, 11 and a half assists. 11 and a half rebounds, and 4 assists. And he was in Philly, if I'm not mistaken. They were 53 and 29. All right. Then Jordan, he played all 82 games, 39 minutes a game, 34 points a game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals.
Guess what?
And his team finished 55 and 27.
And guess what? If them guys didn't come out and play like Russell did every night back then, guess what you were gonna be at?
At the house?
You couldn't even be in that game. You couldn't even play in that game. That's why some of the older players, you know, in the 80s and the early 90s, they said there's only certain guys that could play from this era.
Yeah, it's only certain. I agree. And
You know.
see, and you talk about giving co-MVPs, but I want you to listen who finished 10th. Larry Legend. He played 75 games. He played 39 minutes. 24 points. 10 rebounds, 8 assists. And he finished 10th.
Finished 10th?
He finished 10th.
That's effing tough.
So we
That's
can talk about this MVP race and how people get left out, because you know me, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, and I've said this before. He could have been the MVP every year. It's just somebody else.
And I'm sure we'll have a topic on that soon.
But I mean, it was just certain times where Jordan did what he usually does, what LeBron is doing, what he usually does, but somebody else does something just a little bit better. Yeah. And so you gotta take a look at that. Yeah. It's not discrediting somebody.
You can give it to LeBron every year if
you wanted to, you could.
I just wanted to make sure we wasn't dismissing the young man, you know, efforts and.
So we're gonna end off this right here.
Okay.
And this is my question, and I'm gonna answer because this is what we call I found a shot. All right. Is LeBron James the GOAT? And my answer to that is hell no. I'm not taking nothing from LeBron James. I have nothing against him, but in this day and age, we hype people up so much because of little simple things they do. It's a tough thing what LeBron James has done. If he goes to the finals this year, it'll be 7 consecutive years, and I applaud him for that. But let me ask you this. Has he won every time he went up there? Hell no. I got it First time he went, and this is the problem I have with analysts and people with LeBron James. In 2007, he was with Cleveland. They played against the Spurs. He got swept 4. Everybody says, oh, that one don't count. Bullshit, it counts. He played in the finals. When he got there, y'all talked about how great it was. The Spurs were just a better team. 2011, the Mavs come back from 0-2, if I'm not mistaken,
Beat the Heat.
and beat the Heat.
Yeah.
4-2. And he come up small in that finals. Very small. Yes. And towards the end, yes, he did. Okay? 2012, they finally won one with the big 3. He had Chris Bosh. He had Dwayne Wade. They beat Oklahoma City. Then the next year, they beat the Spurs. Thank Ray Allen for that. Thank him for that. All right? Then the Spurs come back the next year and beat them 4-1. The next year after that, he goes back to Cleveland. The Warriors beat them 4-2. And then last year, Golden State, they just fell apart. I don't know what happened to them, but they end up losing a 3-1 lead?
Mm-hmm.
Or a 3-0 lead, something like that, whichever one it was.
Green.
Yeah, and that had a lot to do with it.
Look,
But-
I'm a LeBron fanboy.
Yeah, but my thing is with LeBron is everybody try to talk about he's the greatest. And like, I listen to a lot of kids say, oh, this person's great, that person's great. Yeah, they talk about greatness when somebody do something and they like it. Greatness is whenever you do it and you do it all the time and you do it in pressure moments. I'll tell you like this right here, and a lot of people don't agree with it when I say this. Everybody talk about, is LeBron James better than Michael Jordan? No. My thing is, LeBron James in my eyes hasn't passed Kobe Bryant and he hasn't passed Magic Johnson. Simply because those two showed how great they were at young ages and older ages. Because I never forget Magic throwing that hook shot up against the Lakers whenever Kareem got hurt. He went from playing point guard
Don't make me cry, man.
to center.
Don't make me
All right, and I done seen Kobe Bryant greatness. He done things that I look at and I be like, oh, that kind of remind me of MJ, cause he copied his game after.
Y'all better make sure y'all recording this. Anytime Kobe Bryant getting a shout out from this guy, right? Please make sure this is recorded, documented, and signed and sealed.
And my thing is, like, somebody sent me a post today and they said something about Coherd saying LeBron James was going to pass Michael Jordan in final appearances, points, field goals.
Can't pass 6-0, man.
You can't pass 6-0, but my thing is that when he was 6-0, he never won a 7th game. And whenever his teammates didn't show up, he raised his game to another level.
But to LeBron's defense, I'm gonna give him a defense right here.
I'm not.
No, but listen to me because this is what I'm saying. In LeBron's defense, he ain't never said it. He said he chasing what?
He said he chasing.
Okay, so what everybody else saying
I'm
now,
speaking to what everybody
you
else
ain't
talking
never heard
about.
LeBron James disrespect Michael Jordan in no kind of form or fashion.
And he can't.
And I don't think he will.
And this is my other
I don't
thing.
think he will because
And
hey,
this is my other thing with LeBron.
he said it himself. I'm chasing that ghost, the GOAT.
Okay. And
That's what he said.
Game 6 in Utah, 1998. What did Michael Jordan do the last minute of the game? Scores a field goal, cuts the lead down. He comes back down.
That was big. I watched the end of that game the other day.
I
That
just
was
watched
real.
it the other day.
That was real. I think we
And
probably
that-
seen it the same day then.
That was very clutch.
That was big, and
And
it took me back. It took me back.
But let me ask you this. How many games have you seen LeBron James win like that?
Hey,
Because and I'm going to use this. Whenever he was in Miami, yeah, he was the man. I ain't going to take nothing from him. But when the game was on the line, who was taking the last shot?
now, Kyrie.
No, I'm talking about when he was in Miami.
Only in Miami. That was D Wade.
That was D Wade.
That was D Wade.
Okay.
Wade County.
Okay. Now he's in Cleveland. Who taking the last shot?
Probably Kyrie.
There ain't no probably Kyrie. It's gonna be Kyrie. And like they try to compare LeBron and Mike. It's no comparison because they're two different type of ball
I
players.
totally agree on
They're
that.
two
That's what
totally
we-
different
that's what
type
we
of
agree
ball
on.
players. Where my thing is, Michael Jordan just has a killer in him that LeBron, I think, would never have, because you just can't teach stuff like that. Whereas Jordan gonna take the last shot regardless if he done shot 0 for 90 for the game. Whereas LeBron, he can shoot bad and he gotta take that last shot. He gonna pass it. And guess what? He might pass it to Dellavedova.
Wow. Well, with that said, you know, that's the last shot, and I'll give you a switch on the last shot, and this our first show in the books, bro. It was nice, you know, sitting across from you and doing what we do, you know.
Exactly.
The family knows what we do,
And I'll make sure I bring my stuff next time.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? We had special guests in the house tonight, and everybody know what we rep. You know what I mean? Next time
This right here, sir.
he might have something over there from the other state the next time, but we'll see, y'all. I don't know if they even allowed in the building where we're at. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what's up. Signing off.